this ends. I keep suffocating, but I won't give in. In this endless struggle, I'll find a way to win. In another world, I'm bound to fight. I'll keep pushing forward through the endless night.
It's actually going better than I expected. It's not as fast as I usually write. I think the idea is that the outcome is going to be really nice. I'm enjoying it so far, and I think you will enjoy it as well.
Well, more or less it's going how I expected it to go. It's very fun. And it's kind of like, reading a story in real time. I just get to watch and read as Danny writes the story, and he gets to do the same when it's my turn. So it's pretty interesting when you put it in that way.
Let's see what we have here.
We have a story.
Yeah. I think we should make it underground for real.
You think? I actually already started the chapter 1 with something else, but you can check it out.
Okay.
Just go down the rabbit hole of the stuff I've written down here.
Struggling to survive the toxic air until he eventually learns to cope. I mean, what does this even mean? He's gonna be like...
Pretty much.
We already had a few times when we had a different vision for what's gonna possibly happen in the story. Though that doesn't mean that one of us wanted his idea to be better than the other guy, or we didn't elevate it in such a way. There was no conflict at all. It's more like we both kind of share a vision. So I write in the idea, or Rein does it, and at one point we're like, I think that's gonna work better if it's not like that. And we just consider the options, and then we just say, yeah, yours is better. So let's go with it.
We haven't really quarreled about anything, and nor do I think we would quarrel over anything. The only thing I guess that would qualify is one moment when I basically told Danny that we shouldn't do the character in this way because given the context of his story and how he has lived, it didn't make sense for him to react in a specific way. So we changed that. He didn't really have anything else to say about it because he just agreed, and that was that.
Think about a war usually has, maybe more than two sides, but in this case we have two sides. And usually when you die, you lose and the other side's supposed to win. But in this case, when you die, actually the other side isn't exactly winning. The only way that you can lose really is when you join the other side by crystallizing.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking we were gonna say, because basically you never lose soldiers until your soldiers join the enemy.
Yeah, exactly. It's
so the only way you can lose soldiers is when they defect as crystal monsters, which is a pretty interesting concept.
If you always respawn when you die, do you need doctors? Yet at the same time, we still have the fear of death itself, right? And pain.
I guess it depends on how the respawn mechanic works. You might respawn with the disease still intact.
You know, people
really talk about how aging works in this world.
I don't think we're actually gonna have people live that long, usually. This story.
Not really.
Yeah, the character you will see, he's a bit crazy. Like, makes a lot of sense if he is. It wouldn't make sense if he wasn't. So I can say that for sure the setting is what makes the character also the way he is. And yeah, I definitely think I like the setting more.
Honestly, I could easily say both. The setting is very interesting and we could easily expand on a lot of things in it. But I'm gonna have to go with the character on this one. The idea of a character who's basically gone insane after repeatedly dying for so many years, and he has this goofy ability to basically reality bend anything into something completely random, is such a wacky character that I think it's going to be very fun to explore what we can achieve with him. It's definitely going to be something funny, that's for sure.
Wait a second, actually. I completely forgot that I have to check what the story requirements are like at the top. Okay, so
We need to rescue a friend from slavery, and we said that we would do that by having the said friend become a slave to the hive mind, so we fix the plague, and that way free them from slavery. The other option is to turn the friend into a chicken, and then he will be free to be a chicken. Yeah, again, this is just a potential idea. If you have something else in mind, we can also do something else. That's just what I had in what I came up with yesterday before we started this.
I see we're very hyped about it, and that's nice.
Indeed.
Huh?
I want to make some chickens.
Okay, so I see you put a lot of names. So for protagonist, Cyrus Ashford, Gideon Strife. Axel sounds good, by the way. I think I like it.
Axel's pretty nice.
The Plague, Gleamrot, Gemrot, Litho syndrome? Litho comes from the Greek words of lithos, which means stone or rock. Shard sickness, Crystallis disease, iridescent infliction. Oh god. This will be a tongue twister. Chrysalis? The Chrysalis plague. Well, that kind of sounds cool.
Yeah.
Glimmer blight, stalactite sickness, lethal beasts, crystallians. This sounds like Italians. I don't know why, man.
I mean, it has Italians, probably why.
Luster beasts. I was gonna read priests. I don't know why. Maybe because of lust. Okay. I've been dying repeatedly for 10 years.
So I should start a novel.
The air was poisoned, and every time I suffocated to death, I just respawned on this godforsaken altar in the middle of this godforsaken field covered in godforsaken weapons and crystal shards scattered everywhere. You know, I really love the godforsaken part of this godforsaken part.
That's to show how annoyed he is.
Yeah, it shows quite well because I immediately feel like he's been here a while and he fucking hates it. So this time was no different. I woke up, jumped, and used my grace period to shoot a beam through my finger at a nearby rusty sword. A grace period is what are we calling the grace period?
That's like a video game term, so which I think is fair because he's a transmigrator.
Yeah, but can you explain it to me? Because I'm a gamer, but what the fuck?
So basically he respawns and before he doesn't start dying immediately.
Oh, that's very nice. Maybe we need to describe this, by the way.
I think it's self-explanatory. I don't know.
I woke up, jumped, and used my grace period to shoot a beam through my finger at a nearby rusty sword. It turned into a chicken that ran away, clucking like an idiot. Then it fell into a sharp crystal and died.
You added this part.
I added this part.
Because I don't think you need that much if you want.
You know, under other circumstances, I would have made you my dinner and maybe even a fancy feather hat too. The random feather hat, man.
He's kind of crazy after dying for 10 years, I would imagine.
Now, the next moment, my lungs burned as if they were being scorched with a torch. The poisonous atmosphere wrapped around me like a noose. I gasped, writhing on the altar from an invisible weight pressing my chest. My heartbeat echoed in my ears as I lost consciousness. Another bloody dud.
You started? Okay.
10 seconds?
10 seconds is fine to me.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying like he dies in 30 seconons. So like 20 seconds is what it takes for him to suffocate to death. I mean, it depends on what is being used to kill them. If the air is poisonous enough to kill him instantly, it works.
Oh, okay.
Okay, how many seconds did they have again? 1 second. So I think it's like 86,000 or something.
What are you
Seconds
talking about?
in a day. 86,400. So 365 days in a year times 10 years, and then let's say it's been a little over 10 years. So let's just say it's been 4,000 days total, just to keep it nice and simple. So for 4,000 days, times 86,400 seconds for every single day. That's... This man has died 11,520,000 times.
Okay, so in this case, I think maybe we can do something like this. Give me a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope.
I don't think he feels pity for it, honestly, at this point. I think it's just gonna be like... Because randomness is a bit more to the point. Because like if you say random, it's like it's just a random beam. But if you say randomness beam, it's a beam that does random stuff.
Why don't we just make it, give it more character, like literal name. Random gen. This is like random generator beam.
Wait. How was the? I'm thinking about something, but the RNG beam.
Exactly. Yeah.
I cannot read because of the anonymous narwhal.
Because of what?
It says on. Wait, let me show you. Look at Discord. You can't read it.
How do we make this happen better? Like,
I'm thinking about it right now. RNG beam show my fingertips.
instead of having this, we can have a short description of what's actually happening to the sword, like what he's seeing,
Yeah, that's
for example.
probably better.
So I imagine every time it could be a different color, but for example, a pink, or beaming, engulfing the sword, altering the fabric of its reality. Just one eye opened, looking at the potential chance of a gas mask. I popped an eye.
No, not popped. I peeked.
Something like that.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's good because we have a follow-up like this on the previous one also, like here.
Yeah, exactly. Works.
So this works good.
As literally even it's fine.
Oh, this is actually where we can have the name reveal. Yeah, okay, I have an idea. Let's do it.
I'm gonna go back and finish the other description, by the way.
Okay.
See, like he's died so many times in 1 page and a half. You just get the idea that this is just his entire existence. Before I could give it more thought.
Now I think we can actually have him spawn the gas mask.
Yeah, we should probably do it. Are you gonna do it or should I?
You can do it. I give you the honor. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Wait, no. And I turn into a coffee machine. Now I just need a mug. Think that's better?
Yeah, that's good. Especially for an opening chapter.
Yeah, I think this came out pretty funny and pretty nice.
Yeah. Ooh, I loved it. It was very nice.
Same.
Here, right after we did chapter 1, like we didn't do any major edits on it or whatever, but I can say that it's very fun. We're laughing so hard when we do it, and we think the readers are also gonna share this, and yeah, it's definitely going in a good direction. And the potential for the character development and everything, it's like gonna be a big parody of what usually you see with people coming from another world, like, oh, the isekai stories.
Well, we kind of laughed almost as crazily as the main character himself on this one, so I would say that chapter 1 went pretty well.
Be careful when you read this. This is a legitimate warning, because you might suffocate of laughter. That's what I'll tell you.
For that, the only thing I can say is, if you think that the most random thing our character is going to be making in this story is a copy machine, you have another thing coming. He's gonna make way more random and way wackier stuff as the story progresses. That's for sure. And I can't wait to play around with that ability. Well, that's going to be all for now, folks. I'm gonna see you all in the next episode of Furor Scribendi.